Okay, let's do this. Another turn. Dominions 4. You know me, I'm Libluini, and this is my multiplayer let's play. Yeah, spring year 8. I've got another throne, tons of battles on all sides. Ah yes, my god, overgrown Chamberlain Pinfeather has gotten another throne, and my Astral Mage teleports himself into one of my armies, and there is a huge battle of special monsters. Oh, it's the Disease Demon, and the Disease Demon makes my Storm Commander deceased, but then he is stabbed to death. Well, that general will soon be drop dead, but at least that's one Disease Demon dealt with, and I still continue to find new sites. Apparently I didn't search strong enough. My level 9 Death Pretender can still find something. That's good to know. One more Death Gem per turn. Even though, as you see, I have none right now. I used all of them up. Still, more Death Income is exactly what I need, so I won't complain. It's not enough. And Bogarus counterattacks with some Chef and some vampires, and Gav attacks Bogarus and easily crushes what defense is there. And we got another fortress, because Bogarus Clone Golem can't be everywhere at once. So we are still winning. Yeah, and then this army here gets chopped in half. I'm only counting the mages here because the rest is useless. And in addition to this, lightning from a malicious pretender god kills and wounds hundreds of units. That's the Wrath of God, an incredibly annoying global spell. It basically randomly attacks all enemy commanders' units worldwide, even outside your own dominion, which is important because normally such an aggressive spell only works inside your own dominion. That's why if you take one of those defensive globals, no one will immediately attack you or make plans to attack you. Anyway, this is the battle line. Lots of monsters, mages and globals, communion masters, and oh shit, the golem is ready to kick my face in again. So look at this glorious army, and master and slave, now the army is destroyed. Well, fuck. And my anti-golem plans are still somewhat off. Would be ridiculous if Gav kills that golem before I can deal with it. But well, there's still a lot of game left. And now all those proud units are killing each other. Battle to the death. Yeah, astral magic can be incredibly effective. On the other hand, I still got another fortress this turn, and even though we can't keep this up for long, if I just push him far enough, then he will use a lot of resources and time to just get back to where we started. Everything taken together, even in the worst case, I should be able to deal with his golem in the end, and then he is dead forever. Oh, even my expensive Mount Fiend is running away. I hope he gets out of there. All my winged units are already gone. Doesn't look like he get out. How's Mount Fiend? Stop sleeping and run. Is he sleeping or paralyzed? So many magic spells getting thrown around. I'm kind of lost, and I was too stupid to look this up for long enough, so I can just helplessly see the last loyal mage gets killed. Or at least Bogarus tries to kill him. Now everyone joins in and punches the Mount Fiend until his undead body disintegrates, and with his near re-death, I suppose, the battle is over. And I see in Hoburgdorf we just gained control of a fortress because there was no defender in there. Oh, I guess that's 2 fortresses for me and 1 another army lost. Just let's say in the future I should remember to always protect my own fortresses. And I regret my promise to have more than 1 video ready so much. I'm talking for over an hour already and this is just the 3rd video. Oh, but I have such a long backlog. The really funny thing is, after I've exhausted myself today, there are several shorter recordings just afterward. I don't know if I should punish myself to get it through this. On the other hand, I don't want to fall back again. And this game isn't running that long anymore either, I guess. I try to get at least 4 videos ready. Then I guess you have to wait until next weekend for more. Sorry. I really shouldn't have done after commentary. That's good if that works if you're working at your own pace, but if you have to help someone else out, then well. Anyway, Gav. At least it looks like Gav is dealing with Bogarus rather well. Soon those sieged fortresses should fall, since the golem is rampaging around on my side of the front right now. And it's hilarious how I got his throne and could hold it, but lost at that one stupid, completely irrelevant forest fortress right next to it. Anyway, I still have another army ready, and yeah, now I'll need it. At least most of my mages survived that disaster. I guess it's nice to have mages with wings, makes the retreat go faster. And yes, I still equip some Ravenlords with magic stealth shit to make them better spies, so my idea at the beginning was to just make sure that they're not immediately found by huge armies passing by, but spoilers, it didn't work out. My second idea was to give them one of my stealthy troops, so I have little miniature armies running around, but spoilers, that didn't work out. It would have worked if this wasn't a gimmick game where everyone has insane amounts of money, because quite obviously it also means lots of province defense, so some little chaps with swords won't cut it, and if I give my Ravenlords too many units, then they are again easily found again. There is some weird formula determining how easily your scouts can be detected, and it's not only taking enemy units into account, how many are there, how large the armies are and that shit. It also means patrolling isn't the only way to get a scout. If a scout can lead units and you give them stealth units, because every other kind of unit obviously doesn't work, then the more stealth units your stealth commander drags around, the more easy he can be discovered. So in a sense, by giving them units to command, I'm effectively neutralizing all this expensive shit I've given them. Anyway, I've actually given my immortal demon enough creepy magic shit that it's gained encumbrance and can now theoretically go to sleep. But that's not that bad, because the thing has only one purpose: casting Firestorm and then waiting a while while enemy vampires die. Well, I'm closing in on some more levels. Firestorm should be ready soon. Evocation level 7. Yeah, with that fatigue cost it's completely irrelevant if and how many encumbrance my mage has, because even with your awesome power she will immediately be knocked out as soon as she casts that spell. And I'm researching another school because there's a certain spell I need to counter Master and Slave, because I have a dirty little plan and it has something to do with death magic. But I'll see this in a later episode. Now I'm busy recruiting priests in the northern parts of my giant empire, mostly because Garth is spreading his dominion like mad, mostly of course because of Bogaros, but it's also hitting me, so I keep having to recruit priests and then setting them to preaching just to slow down my loss of dominion up here. Luckily, I'm spreading dominion like mad in the south, so it's not like it's a direct threat for me. Quite simply, the game won't run long enough for his dominion to crush mine. It would take dozens and dozens of turns, especially since I keep adding more priests to counteract his blood sacrificing at the border. So even his push is vastly stronger than my weak preaching. Sooner or later I'll have enough priests to stop him. Of course, at this moment of equilibrium will probably be reached something absurd like 50 turns after the game has ended, so it's not really relevant either. Oh, anyway, more troops are moving to the front to counter Bogaro's counteroffensive, and then I hope that I can finally advance deeper into his land. Right now, we've gotten a load of his border provinces, but then he stopped us cold with his golem, and after some horrific battles we still marched forward simply by sheer bloody-mindedness. Winged dudes, Calamites, are kind of stubborn, especially if they are controlled by me, but the losses are mounting and that golem must go away. Or alternatively, I need to clear out his vampires. That's the two stopping points right now. We can easily defeat Bogaros if vampires and Master and Slave golems cease to exist. And if we want to at least a slow, grueling victory, one of them, preferably the golem, since he's the larger threat, have to go. In the east, the Cold War between me and Pangaea goes on. I have this huge ersatz army standing here. At this point, it's more like reinforcements for the west, since I've taken so many losses. But I still secretly try to keep an army together large enough for a surprise attack on Pangaea if it gets necessary. And, well, around this time in the game, most of what I'm doing is renaming, reordering, and moving troops around like someone insane. Yeah, to be honest, because of this interesting giant war with Bogaros, it was still fun at the time, but it was also really tedious. And quite frankly, I was happy when the game was finally over, as fun as it was. And yes, the mountain pass in the middle there still sees giant armies clashing. Funnily, Bogaro's army consists now to about half his own units and half our units. On the other hand, after getting mind controlled and pushed around on the battlefield a bit, the units he has aren't that good, quite frankly, they are just the same units I have, so if it's just down to simple battle forces, then my units plus death magic will easily crush the traitors, so that's not a problem. On the other side, Operation fancy Cyclops goes on. We're still having some mages forging cheap crap for him. It's not like I can even forge expensive crap right now. I have only a little bit of nature left. The battlefield down in Faintland is a bit mixed up. Here too I got some fortresses and lost it at some others. But reinforcements are on their way. And well, Bogarus has to deal with 3 fronts now. Down in the south and in the middle with me, and up in the north with Garth. So sooner or later something will crack. Really, if it ran for the golem I would already halfway through his territory. Only down here in the south would his vampires stop me a little bit. But vampires alone are annoying, but it doesn't help if you keep losing your territory, because losing territory combined with more enemy temples and more enemy priests breaching your dominion array makes your vampires more and more vulnerable. And if you're down to like 1 province, then the enemy doesn't even have to fight you anymore. He just can keep you bottled up until your dominion is gone and the war is over. On the other hand, of course, said enemy can use his vampires offensively and trying to get back his dominion. The one thing tripping people to changing the equation is if a bunch of vampires accidentally step into a province with enemy dominion and get toasted. Something I plan to try to achieve, but if my experimental anti-vampire squad works out, I would be happy if it's at least stopping them, even if they continue to revive in the cap. Normally that would be annoying, but in this case, in this war, it looks like Garth, my ally, is closer to Bogarus' capital than I am, and even if I eat tons of Bogarus territory, because we are basically marching from east to west and from south to north, while his capital is up in the northwest. This means we have the longest way to get to his capital, and Garth can just straight march westward and will get there sooner or later. This combined with my troubles with vampires and master and slave golems means, yeah, he will probably get to the capital first. And this obviously means if I can get some vampires, then I'll accidentally reinforce Bogarus when he inevitably gets sieged by Garth. Which obviously is also good for me then, because at that point, the longer the war will go on, the better for me. And I will try to be peaceful with Garth as long as possible and sneakily try to get some thrones. There is, I think, at least 1 throne underwater I want to get, and then I will try to disembowel Pangaea to get some more thrones. If I'm lucky, then I'll be able to get enough thrones to snatch away the victory from Garth. In the future you will then see how this plan of mine works out. Right now, our most pressing problem is, of course, Bogarus and his magical shenanigans. And, well, now I have said everything I want to do this turn, and the only thing left is watching me scripting some magical crap. Another army is assembled in that forest province at the coast. Another army is assaulting again, and a northern army is getting collected. There is some confusion up there. I think I wanted to give one of those provinces to Garth, but thanks to golem shenanigans, one of those and that one bump, things are a bit chaotic over there. And down below, where I in the beginning planned to just have a feint attack, it looks like Bogarus has tons of units to throw at me. Luckily I have the same. Oh well, turn is over I see. Let's see how things work out next time. Lebloini is over.